And we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Murray now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Play fake. Murray. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Hurst. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Franks. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Here's Murray. Going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on second and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's third down. Murray now, third and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And that is incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
On first and 10, Franks. And he's got Booker. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A second down throw coming for Franks. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Franks now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Hurst. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Franks. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, here's Franks. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Murray back near his goal line. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pushing his way through. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The Franks looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 20. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Setting up play action. Franks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Franks. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Franks. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Franks. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we also have about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A run with Hurst. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Franks now to throw on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Nagar is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Franks now on 2nd down. Now open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick six. Cardinals touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Johnson's got it complete. That catch good for only a couple.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Harris. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Murray. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, it's Harris, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Harris. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Cohen. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down throw. Here's Franks. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10. back to throw. Franks. He's going to go up top again. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they'll get this down to the 10. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He finds his man Johnson, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 10 now. It leaves him just short for 4th down. They hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, Franks again. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. Franks. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Franks. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 98 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Murray to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run. Here's Harris. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that